What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon, and today I really want to talk about Matchless Fighters. I really want to revisit this set and just kind of give you guys my concept, my thoughts, and what I think that this set will go to. And just some updates on upcoming Japanese sets, what are we likely to expect, something along that line. So without further ado, let's get into it. Well, the Matchless Fighter set has seemed to be a very popular set. And the price of the set has gone up significantly ever since it was released like 2 weeks ago actually. Was it 2 weeks ago? A week ago. Now, the reason why there is such a high price increase for the set is that, this is actually not a very large, wide printed set. Across the board, I've talked to many different stores owner in Hong Kong and some in Japan. A lot of them are telling me that, they simply did not order a lot of these. So, remember, the Japanese sets are often ordered 3 months beforehand. So, currently, actually, we're doing pre-orders. Theoretically, we should be doing pre-order for the Rayquaza set, the S7 set. But I'll tell you more about it in just a bit and how things are gonna get very complicated with Japanese pre-orders. Now, let's go back to Matchless Fighter. This was not considered to be a very popular set, simply because people thought it was another Urshifu kind of set. They just didn't know that the Galarian birds are gonna be there. So with that said, it's yeah, a lot of people simply did not order that much. But on release, what they did not expect was that it was very, very popular. So therefore, it was sold out very, very quickly. It was sold out like almost right away. There are some stocks here and there coming in due to shipping issues. So some are faster, some are slower. But, generally speaking, we just don't have a lot of these in stock. Now, what about the popularity? This set is actually quite popular. People were surprised that a gold Snorlax is in there. Not to mention that there are very, very nice alternative art for the Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. So with that said, I do believe that this set will stay strong in price. But like I said in earlier video, there might be more reprinted later on down the line because I just feel like for Japanese set, most of the time they would print to demand. So, when there's a higher demand, they would usually print more of it. But the question is, will they be able to satisfy the demand? And that's the issue with the English set as well. I mean, the Japanese usually will print to demand, given that the upcoming set are not as popular. But as we all know, the upcoming 2 sets, actually, then not the next set, but the 2 other sets are going to be super popular. The EV Heroes as well as the Rayquaza set. So, in the next 2-month period, not only does Pokemon have to satisfy the demand for the upcoming 2 sets, as well they have to try and satisfy the demand for Shining Star V. So, it's just really, really crazy and really, really hectic. And it makes it very, very difficult to predict when a reprint or a restock would occur with a lot of these Japanese booster boxes. So with that said, we're going to turn our heads, we're going to turn our direction to the English set. We know that Battlestyle has been released recently. Is it a good set? Yes, it is a good set. Is it a good set to invest in? Not really. I wouldn't say that it is a good set to invest in. And that we are actually seeing a cool off in this kind of market. We're seeing a cool off with the Battlestyle. We're seeing a cool off with the Shining Fates. So I do believe that, Pokemon is cooling off in the English sense. But here's the catch. When Chilling Reign is going to be released in June, will that be a much more of a, okay, it's Pokemon. Are people going to step away? Or is the hype going to be real again? Is the hype going to be like Vivid Voltage again? It's hard to predict. But from what I see in the popularity of the Matchless Fighter, now having a little bit more of a solid ground in which I can analyze what kind of cards are in that set, I can tell you it's more gonna lean closer to a Vivid Voltage set. I mean, just the alternative arts of Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos, given that it is in Chilling Reign, is definitely going to be enough to bring up that hype. Not to mention Snorlax. The gold Snorlax is also going to be a very, very popular chase card in the West, or in Europe and UK and US. So, I do believe that Chilling Reign will sell out very, very quickly. And I do believe that it will be allocated, or, we would expect it not to go back into that MSRP, or that general range of $80–90 a booster box. It's gonna stand at around $140–150 a booster box. Yeah, that's what I would think about Chilling Reign. We have to still look at next month when the Japanese set is released. But by then, I think a lot of the orders for the English set will be set. So I think that it will be a little bit too late to base it on the Silverlands set. However, the Silverlands set may contain gold card. I mean, we're seeing Snorlax being gold card. We're gonna see other stage 2 Pokemon, likely to become a gold card, or stage 1 Pokemon likely to be a gold card. And, we're still waiting on a golden Charizard, which is very, very possible. So, yeah, and energies are back. So, there could be another chase of different energies, gold energy. So, yeah, that's what I think about these two sets. Now, the third part of the video, I did say that I really want to talk about the going forward, what is going to happen to Japanese booster boxes and what's happening to Japanese set. So as of making this video, I've actually received information that the S7, the Rayquaza set, is ready for pre-order. But here's the catch. The pre-order is highly likely to be heavily allocated. What does that mean? Well, what it means is that a lot of Japanese distributors are telling the vendors that we're not taking in pre-order. We're going to allocate you with a number. You either take it or you leave it. So that is what is going to happen in the upcoming set. They are no longer taking in pre-orders. They're just taking in a number. Actually, they're not even taking a number. They will give you a number and you can say, yes, I want it, or no, I don't. And that's pretty much how they're really going to do it, because there's simply no point in putting in a number. We've actually seen this in some US distributors for Shining Fates. They're like, hey, collect Pokemon. I'm just going to give you a number. You either take it or leave it. Something along that line. So obviously, they say it much nicer, but they say it's pre-allocated. Something along that line. So that's what we're seeing, or that's what's going to happen in the Japanese set. And because of that, I think that the price of Japanese cards, especially sealed booster box on release, is going to be significantly higher than what we're used to, because simply there is just not enough stock. This is very, very similar to the situation that we have, or we are having, on the English side. And that's what's going to happen. So for the Rayquaza set, I did order quite a lot. Am I likely to open pre-order? I might do pre-order for a very limited supply that I do believe that I can fulfill. Most likely, because they come in sets. I might actually do like 20 sets or 40 sets. That's pretty much it. Because I doubt that I can actually get a lot or as much as I want. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, so if you guys think Japanese market is much better than English, really think again. It just meant that, the demand hasn't hit the Japanese side market yet. But currently it has. And even within Japan, the demand for a lot of cards are, all-time high. So given the compound idea that a lot of Japanese sellers are selling outside of Japan, or are selling things, outside of Japan, yeah, the demand is exploding. The demand is simply exploding. So, in summary, I do think that Matchless Fighter is a very good set, and it is a very good indicator as to how Chilling Reign will do. I do believe that Battlestyle is a little bit of a dip. Shining Fates is a little bit of a dip because of the quantity that there is out in the world. There is actually enough supply to go around. And I do believe that, that supply or that demand will slowly, will be absorbed by people. And the next set, the Chilling Reign, as well as the S7 set, which can contain the Rayquaza, is likely to move upwards again, up until we hit EV Heroes in English. So that's that. And the second part is that Japanese cards are not as easily accessible as it used to be, and the price is not as cheap as it used to be. So that's something that we have to watch out for. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in tonight's break. Peace.